Goals in October. Let's talk about it. So, I recently watched a video talking about how October should be the new January. It was super interesting, and she had some interesting things to say. I'll link that video down below. But then it made me interested in it, and I wanted to look it up. How people feel about October, and is October the new January? So, there were some really interesting things that I learned. This one is from an article. Here's what they had to say about October being the best time to set goals. It said, "You're coming off of a rhythm, not a reset. So you already have been in a rhythm, and it's not like a new beginning. And so this is a time when you can really evaluate what's working and what's not, and you can see what failed." And then it talks about how your motivation is not overloaded, because oftentimes you think about January and you think about September, and both of those come with emotional baggage because there are these reset times when you should be getting all these things in line and you're kind of drained from the summer. And they're saying, so October is a great time because it's not a time that you would expect. And so you have more energy to put towards changing things. The next one, as far as October goes, is how close it is to the end of the year. So I am somebody who loves end dates. I think that's super helpful when it comes to goals. And so if you think, oh, I'm going to start today, it's almost the end of October, I have about 2 months left of the year, and I'm going to do this for 2 months, that's really going to help your motivation, because you're going to be like, oh, this is not too hard. I'm not committing to a full year like a New Year's resolution, or a full school year like you would at the beginning of a school year. So that's super cool about Octobers. Another thing that they said that I found super interesting is they said the natural energy cycle supports execution. So they said research shows that in autumn, people tend to experience a boost in focus, productivity, and introspection. Shorter days encourage reflection and planning, while cool mornings provide a natural energy cue. Time to get serious without burning out. I don't know, I just thought that was super interesting, and it's worth trying out. If you're somebody who likes to make goals at the beginning of the year, just think about how you could learn so much. You could do tons of research by trying things out starting now in October, that maybe it will help inform your New Year's resolutions into something that you can actually stick to and will last. This year has been so different for me. I've actually looked at my New Year's resolutions every single month as I've been making these monthly goals, just to see what kinds of things I thought were important at the beginning of the year and what kind of things I wanted to change. And it's really helpful to make monthly goals to kind of push yourself, change the things you want to change about yourself. So one of the things I've learned about myself is that I actually love doing challenges. So I've been doing this 75 hard, where I've been doing a set of habits for 75 days. And that has been super helpful for me. I would say more helpful for me than making a monthly goal around some of these habits that I wanted to change, because you actually have to do them every single day. And so I've decided going forward that any kind of daily habits I want to include and make part of my life, I'm going to make them as part of challenges. So I'm almost done with my 75 hard, and I've already have my wheels turning of different things I want to include in my next round, maybe not 75 days, maybe 30 days or something, just different challenges to help me get these habits in place. So instead, as far as my monthly goals go, something that I have been thinking a lot about is allowing my monthly goals to be a place where I focus on things that are important but not urgent. If you've ever read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey, he talks a lot about these 4 different quadrants of tasks you need to do. And one of them is things that are important but not urgent. And so often those things get neglected because they're just not urgent. Even we spend a lot of time on things that aren't important. And so I wanted to take my monthly goals as an opportunity to focus on some of those things. So I have 6 goals that I'm going to focus on this month. And I know if you're watching this on the day I'm posting it, it's almost the end of October, but I don't care. It doesn't mean to not start on October 1st. And so I'm just going to make it a complete month. And so these are the 6 things I'm going to work on this month. And then I also have 4 additional goals from the month before that it was super helpful for me to have a goal around it, and I'm going to continue those as well. So here's my goals for this month. I want to have some specific conversations with my kids. And sometimes when you have that feeling in the back of your head where you're just like, oh, I want to kind of check in with my kid on that and see how that's going, or if they're having any issues with this, or just different conversations that you're just like, I want to make sure I have this conversation at some time in their growing up. And there's a couple of those conversations that I have been thinking about that I want to try and tackle this month. Another one was I wanted to spend some time with one of my friends. So one of my friends recently started working full time and she works at a school. And so it's difficult for me to be able to get together with her. And so I figured if I made a goal about it, I'm actually going to spend time with her this month. Another goal I have is I want to send some nice emails. Another thing that I do is sometimes I'll have these nice thoughts about people and I just don't tell them because I'm not seeing them all the time or whatever it happens to be. And so I have a goal to send some emails about things that I've been thinking that are nice about other people. Also, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I have a bunch of cleaning tasks. I use an app that I love, Home Tasker, and it's been super helpful to me, but sometimes I just get really behind on those like monthly goals that you don't do that often, like washing sheets and different things like that. And so I really want to just tackle several of those in the next month, see if I can get them taken care of. And then I have a lot of goals around this channel and things I want to do there. And one of the things that I want to do is connect this channel. I also have a Facebook page that I used to keep for my blog. I want to try and connect this channel with my Facebook page and kind of post updates there as well. And then these are some of the continuation goals that I did last month that I want to continue. I want to declutter some specific areas of my home. I did one of those last month and I'm so proud of myself. And so I feel like if I keep making a goal around that, then I will tackle some more in my home. And then also to go along with my channel, posting on Instagram. I posted a little bit on Instagram. I still have some things I'd like to do more of there on Instagram. And so that's another goal I have. Also, I made a goal last month to write more on my family blog where I keep a record of each month with pictures. And I did do that. I caught up on 1 month. And so I want to make another goal to help me catch up on more months on my family blog. And then also I made a goal to sprint, add some sprinting with my walking that I do, and I didn't accomplish that last month, but it's something that I really would like to try. And so, maybe not every week, but at least once this month I want to try adding sprinting into my walking routine. I added in, I want to go on some fun dates with my husband. We often just go to dinner and we go on dates every other week. It's been working out great for us, but all we do is just go to dinner. So I just thought it'd be fun to just spend some time sitting down thinking about what I could do to have a fun date with my husband. Just to check in on last month and the goals I did. Last month I made 11 goals and I was sitting down to look through what things I was able to get accomplished. And sometimes when you do that, you get really frustrated with yourself and you're just like, oh man, I didn't do that, or I didn't do that again for another month in a row. But as I was writing them down, I just had this feeling of, look at how many things you actually were able to accomplish. And I was able to at least do some kind of touch point with at least 70% of my goals, which I'm super happy about. And that's what's so cool about making goals about things that are important but not urgent, because usually they're things that are maybe just one thing. It's maybe not like you have to do this every single day for the next 30 days. It's like, if you can do this once this month, this is going to improve your life and be better. And so I had touch points on, 8 out of the 11 goals, which I was super proud of. And I also thought about how with these goals, I wouldn't have done, I think, any of these things, except for maybe one, if I hadn't made a goal around it. So I'm so proud of myself. I took a family picture. I updated my family blog. I ate more raw fruits and vegetables. I made a newsletter for church. I posted on Instagram and Substack. I contacted my ministering sisters for church. And I decluttered a specific area of the house that had been bothering me. And I was able to make it to the temple twice last month. So I was pretty proud of myself. But also there were things that I didn't get to. I didn't do a long prayer like I had planned on. And I never listed anything on Facebook Marketplace. And I didn't do any sprinting last month. And so when you have goals and you keep putting them on there month after month, I have found that to not be motivating to just keep adding those same goals on over and over. So I'm going to take off Facebook Marketplace and also the long prayer. It's been multiple months that I've had it on my list. And what I need to do is I need to figure out a different way to frame this goal so that it's more motivating to me, because the way it's listed now, I don't actually end up doing it. So I hope you take some time this week to just write down some things that are important but not urgent. Things you could do, just a one-time thing that's going to make your life better. Every month I post these updates and it really helps me. I hope it also helps you, gives you some ideas of things that you can do to be the best version of yourself. I also have challenges that I do. Like I said, I've been doing a 75 hard faith challenge, and when that's over, I'll have a new challenge. And then also on my channel, I include videos about mindset shifts and different positive habits you can implement into your life. So be sure to like and subscribe, leave comments. I love to hear from you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.